This video is brought to you by Ewin Racing. Stay till the end of this video to see how you can save 20% off their products. Hey everyone, it's Pufuu here, and in today's video, I'm covering perhaps one of the biggest debates in Splatoon history. What clothing brand is the absolute worst? Now, in all honesty, no one was really debating over what brand reigns supreme, but because I'm feeling a tad bit mischievous, I'll be ranking the 9 clothing brands we've seen so far from worst to best. Now, let me lay down some quick groundwork. I am by no means a fashion designer, but I can assure you that my taste in clothes is quite the drip. Now, obviously, these are my opinions, so take it for what you will. After all, fashion is a subjective matter of preferences. Also, some brands may have shown a larger collection than others in their teasers, so the rankings may be biased in that regard. And lastly, we're comparing looks over function. Alrighty, let's get to it. Number 9, Squid Force. So out of every brand that exists in Splatoon, Squid Force is perhaps the blandest one, with the only exception being the special Splatfest gear they release. Squid Force's current display of ripped t-shirts are mediocre, I guess. Really, when you compare these to everything else we've seen, these designs are all deprived of personality. I'm sorry, but this stuff looked like it came from a literal dumpster. Now, we've only seen like 3 shirts, so ranking Squid Force this low isn't quite fair, but come on, there's no way I'm ranking a towel rag disguised as a t-shirt anywhere beyond 9th place. Well, maybe I'm being a bit too harsh here, but I have to give credit to Squid Force though for at least embracing the chaotic aesthetic of Splatoon 3, with its disorganized lines and half-shredded burnt tees. Anyways, moving on. Number 8, Takaroka. I kinda feel bad for putting it so low since I'm no sneakerhead, but honestly, removing the entire front of the shoe for added ventilation acts more of a hazard than anything else. But my main problem and concern here is the lack of uniqueness. Now you may be asking,
Pufuu, but there's clearly differences right there.
And you're right, there's different colors, designs, and one's even missing a frontal lobe, sort of. But hear me out. Takaroka is way too overboard on maintaining its brand identity. Every shoe of theirs and clothes has to have an excessive amount of arrows. Like, yes, IRL brands such as Nike do this, but they don't have like 30 plus swishes across everything they sell. Though I will admit, the orange and white shoes are quite pleasant. Although Takaroka definitely has some good clothes, their improvement as a brand from S2 to S3 is so small in comparison to other clothing brands. To be honest, I'm kinda just about them. Number 7, Barizushi. Our first new Splatoon 3 brand. It's high quality performance gear made out of expensive, luxurious, finely picked sponges located in the West. Apparently, according to Splatoon JP, the fact that we have more lore about sponges than we do about Mr. Grizz's identity is just a tad bit goofy. You're probably curious as to why I ranked Barizushi sorta low. The entire purpose of the brand is technical performance wear, and its priorities in function over fashion lends to its placement. At least the shades are noticeably stylish, but that gray jacket, it's just too safe in its design. Pedestrian, if you will. Though by combining clothes from its collection, you do get a pleasant combo. So there's that. Well, moving on. Number 6, the unspecified brand that got leaked. No, its name is not that, though I wish it was. We don't actually have a name for this brand yet, but based off of the countless teasers featuring it, I can safely assume that we'll receive some sort of info about it in an upcoming tweet. If the brand can be summarized in one word, it would be excessivism. The mismatch of countless fabrics, textures, and patterns are interesting to say the least. Perhaps its entire clothing collection is a secret jab at the Inklings consumerist society. Or maybe I'm thinking too deep and it's all just Splatoon 3 chaotic aesthetic. Personally for me, this unspecified brand does what Squid Force fails to do, offering dumpster scraps in a fashionable way. You might think the stuff is tacky, but I find appeal in it. At least it's got more personality than past brands. The shirts might not do it for me, but the shoes definitely strike a perfect balance of mismatch with symmetry. Okay, next up we got Number 15, furry tentacle feet. Number 5, Tentatek. An average brand gone stylish. Now, I was never a fan of Tentatek's shoes in S2 because they were always giving kindergarten light-up Sketcher vibes, but based on the 4 pairs you've seen, I am highly impressed. They're all distinct both in their color and shape and offer actual uniqueness in comparison to lackluster brands like Takaroka. Also, bonus points for Tentatek since they're a sustainable brand. With varying textures and materials, Tentatek offers a complex but snazzy array of shoes and apparel. Number 4.5, Anarchy. Now, I was in the middle of editing this video when Nintendo decided to drop us what once was Fashion Fridays on a Monday. So I'll just have to squeeze Anarchy somewhere between Tentatek and whatever's next. Anyways, punk-esque clothes are a perfect match for Splatoon 3. It's got that rebellious attitude and flair that really flames up your wardrobe. Though I must warn you, I can practically smell the Hot Topic stench lifting off the image. Anyways, if you haven't noticed, Anarchy really upgraded their accessories this time around. They're full on embracing leather. Now you got chokers. Nice. Arm chokers, nice, and even shoe chokers, nice. Overall, Anarchy still maintains its previous style from S2 while adding decent improvements to its assortment of clothing accessories. Number 4, Tony Kenza. Contemporary fashion. It's so useless that it ends up looking good. Now, I'm all for gear that serves no function outside of being visually appealing in a quirky sort of way. Lens-free sunglasses that obscure your vision and provide no protection from the sun, I'd still wear it. With Tony Kenza's clothing line, you're getting monochrome fashion in very unique forms. Unlike other brands that maintain simplistic shapes in favor of vivid colors and textures, Tony Kenza does the opposite, and it really lets you make a bold statement, even with the absence of color. Number 3, Kraken. Vintage clothes was such a good move on Kraken's part. This brand probably would have been buried somewhere in last if it wasn't for their sick new clothing collection featuring some very noticeable pieces, especially these 2 sweaters. Though I do want to mention the gradual shift Splatoon 3 has been making to differentiate their brands apart, notably with varying aesthetics. Kraken gets ranked 3rd primarily for introducing an untouched style into the Splatoon series. Like, yes, we did get a small amount of vintage traces here and there, but a full-on brand collection of vintage style clothes just makes me so happy. In fact, I actually made a concept for vintage style gear years ago. Here, take a peek. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, next up. Number 2, Forge. Yo, it's techwear! I'm sorry about that. It's very much giving cyberpunk vibes if it wasn't obvious yet. The whole inclusion of techwear clothes was such a nice surprise considering this whole time we thought everything was going to be chaotic and grungy. But thankfully, order-sided fans still get their fair share of futuristic stuff. Forge has always had a pretty decent selection of gear, but they really knocked it out of the park this time with that air conditioning jacket. I mean, look at these guys. They're always gazing upon us because of their superior fashion taste. God, why do I dress so bad compared to these dudes? Point is, Forge has well-designed apparel. The brand focuses on quality over quantity, you know? So, instead of having 30 plus different t-shirts with the only difference being hue shifts, Forge offers up functional gear that actually looks good. Barizushi could never compare. Okay, now onto the part you've all been waiting for. The best Splatoon fashion brand is... Wait, before we continue, I want to know what your favorite top Splatoon 3 brand is so far. Drop that in the comments. Okay, done? Cool. And number 1, Enperry. Oh, how I absolutely adore Retro's 80 arcade-styled things. Everything in this pic is flawless and you cannot convince me otherwise. The checkered patterns, color blocking, and 8-bit frames are just something else to gush at. Enperry was so boring back in S2, and to see how drastically different their offerings are in S3 was a much needed change. Maybe it's my huge bias towards colorful clothes or the arcade core look of all this stuff, But regardless, Emperi's huge glow up from its initial flop era to now is deserving of first place. Like bro, you can wear 3 different pairs of visors all at once. No other brand makes quite a statement like Emperi. I don't exactly have much to say beyond that, but to me, Emperi rocks better than the rest. Alright, so that's my entire list of Splatoon 3's fashion ranked from worst to best. But speaking of the best brands, check out today's video sponsor, Ewin Racing. That squeaky chair? No style? Well, Ewin Racing's got you covered. Ewin Racing reached out to me to review one of their gaming chairs. Introducing the Pink Bunny gaming chair. It's got the super soft head pillow, a really comfy lumbar cushion, and the best part are these super cute bunny ears. Gaming chairs have gotten so boring and dry over the years, but Ewin Racing brings a whole new level of freshness. Am I supposed to be? Not only will you be sitting comfortably, but you'll be doing it in style. Now, if you already didn't know, I spend most of my time on the computer working, gaming, and streaming. With hours spent sitting in one spot, you need a chair to help keep you in good shape, or else your back might end up like Captain Cuttlefish. This chair does exactly that, and if I just want to relax and jam to some good tunes, I could simply do this and turn my chair basically into a bed. Whoa. One of the best parts of this chair is the customization they offer to find the perfect seating position. It has multiple points of articulation and varying heights that you can adjust to, so that the seat fits you. The armrest can go up and down, side to side, and back and forth. And just to make it even better, the wheels included in the chair are fantastic. They are like super smooth and roll so easily across the floor. I don't even think I need a floor mat for this. Look how easily I can roll across the floor like I'm playing Mario Kart. Now I can do this in my videos. Whee! And let me rave to you about how cute this chair absolutely is. It's got bunny ears and a tail, and the best part is that they're detachable. It's like this chair has some sort of secret capability to make you look extra adorable when you game in it. Building this chair was an easy peasy task. It took like, 20 minutes tops? If you're someone who's into pastel aesthetics or just wants to feel cute, then this chair is absolutely meant for you. Anyways, Ewin offers good quality and great prices when compared to other competitors. Plus, if you use code Pufuu, you can receive 20% off your purchase. So what are you waiting for? Go check out Ewin Racing for all your gaming peripheral needs. Links in the description below. Well, once again, a major thank you for Ewin Racing for sending us this amazing and adorable chair. And I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Until next time, Pufuu offline.